Hello, everyone. Hi, Aaron.
Hey, how's it going?
Yep, so far so good. How about you?
Pretty good.
Cool. Hi, John. Yes. Today, Shalash is going to run the meeting. We collected a lot of, not a lot, but all stuff from previous week and current activities. So it's going to be interesting. Let's wait probably 1 more or 2 minutes.
I remember when you said so far so good about the movie Magnificent Seven. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, Shalash, we see it. At least I see.
And
iPad.
Hello, hi guys.
hello.
Okay, Shalash, I guess you can start.
Okay.
Meeting is
Let's.
recorded.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Today, 22nd of August, 2025. Hi, Identus community call. Let's go to antitrust policy. Please read the antitrust policy and agree to it. If disagree, you can leave the call. And the code of conduct as well, please. Okay, let's go to updates. Yeah, Identus update. Apollo library is really close to being released. Alan's update. Alan, do we have Alan or not?
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, Alan, please give us some updates. What you think, where we are.
Oh yeah, I'm just testing the release pipelines in GitHub, and I'm going to test the artifacts when it's published, and almost done.
Okay. So ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, I believe so.
Good.
Yeah, fingers crossed. And
Yes.
after this, we need to clean up some broken packages from npm.js and probably Maven Central. So it might take some time.
Mhm. But there are no breaking changes or anything, right, for us on this release?
Depends. As far as I know, there is one breaking change. Gonzalo refactored the repository to move some dependency to the SIGP 256K1 and BIP32 derivation as another packages. So we need to test it and probably adapt in, integrate properly into downstream project SDK-TS, SDK KMP, and Swift.
But
Anyway, we need to run a bunch of tests before
okay.
making it
Mm,
ready for release.
Okay. From community point perspective, do there are any breaking change which might break their things? That was actually my question more.
I expect there might be some breaking changes, so we will not recommend to use this new version of Apollo because we need to adjust other platform components to use it properly.
Okay, cool. What's the cloud agent update in progress, Yuri? Do you have what's latest status?
Yep, I'm on it. I told that I can do this last week, but unfortunately it's still in progress. So I will announce the update of publishing and the patch of the cloud agent with the VDR API that Pat implemented.
Okay, cool. I mean, we only have 2 updates, right? Or we have more? Okay,
It's the previous week, yes.
This is previous week.
No, this is current week.
Okay. The issue in LTI is related to log file. Fabio. Fabio is there?
Look like Fabio is not here. So I know that probably John and other guys from Social's project experienced issues with deploying SDKTS, and thank you guys for patience and reporting the issues in corresponding repositories. We figured out that pre-install sh script installed additional node packages under the SDKTS directory, and it caused the downloading the latest version of the Apollo library, which is not compatible with the previous version of SDKTS. And yep, the problem was that log file was missed, and versioning of the components in NPM were allowed to download the newest version that was incompatible with SDKTS. So as far as I know, Fabio fixed this, and we just need to know feedback from you if everything is fine, or do you need any other help?
I didn't fix that, but Alain mentioned that is not the case anymore in the latest version of SDK.
In latest, yes, we don't have this pre-install sh script, but guys were blocked with deploying a previous version of SDKTS.
Yeah. So the fix was that I think was Console that did a new deploy of the Apollo. So the latest version of Apollo should be okay. So anyone that removes all the package from type JavaScript, when it goes to run that script again, it goes to install the latest version, and the latest version should work.
Cool.
Can I explain a little better? What happened is that we had this pre-install script in the pre-install hook in the package JSON, right? Which installed the dependencies. And what was happening is that inside the TypeScript SDK, it was installing the dependencies there. And because of the package dependency doesn't contain the package lock, right? It was installing the latest Apollo, but we got rid of this pre-install hook, right? And the latest versions don't have that problem.
Okay. Anyone has questions from community members? Nope. I guess no. What's the second point? Repository restructuring. Is this anything Fabio, you or Yuri, Alan?
I can elaborate. Previously, we renamed Identus repository to GitHub, but it was hidden from community, and GitHub is a kind of special repository in the GitHub that should only be used for hosting the README file of the profile organization page. So as soon as you navigate to the organization, github.com/hyperledger Identus, you're gonna see this README file empty. But inside of this repository, there were workshops, demos, Docker files, and other information. And it was tricky to find this repo, work with this repo, because it had two different or even more purposes. And after discussion with Fabio and team, we decided to create a tiny GitHub repo with profile readme.md file, only to host the profile page and rename the old GitHub repository to the Hyperledger Identus. So now we have Hyperledger Identus organization and Hyperledger Identus repository. And inside of this repository, we have information about workshops, demos, releases, and other stuff. And GitHub.github repository is serving only one purpose, host the organization page. So just tiny housekeeping.
Yes. So there might be some links that are still broken, and like the workshops have some QR codes that are still pointing to the old one. We are fixing that.
So this is in progress still.
The fixing the links, yes. The repository is already moved.
Okay. New repository for Prism video driver, Fabio.
So as Gonçalo was mentioning the other day, we mentioned that we wanted to create a new repository for the Prisma driver. I was thinking about putting everything in the same repository, but since we want to create a new one, we create that one, and I just upload the PR that I had for the repository to this new one. So this will contain the driver that is implementing the interface of the VDR that Gonçalo did before.
Anyone has any question for this from community or anyone? Okay, I would say no then. Okay, VDR phase 3. Sorry, Pat. I thought this was done already, but maybe Pat, do you have any update in?
Yeah. So basically, it's the discussion last week that we mentioned that we introduced the new VDR scheme. So that is already, the PRs are already ready for review. So probably I need to ping more guys to have a look, and probably we can introduce this change in the next agent release. So yeah, that's all the update I have. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Identus platform documentation improvement initiative. This was also discussed last week. I don't know, like, is there anything more here? Like, or are we waiting for more updates from community people? Are you?
So the technical writers team are going to conduct the audit, and they also prepared the questionnaire to collect the feedback from us and from community. I posted the link to this questionnaire in the docs channel in Discord, and you can open it. There are just 5 or 8 questions to answer. Yes.
Okay, like that. But is it not? Is it open for everyone? Right? Okay.
Yep, it's open for everyone. So guys, spend 1-2 minutes to share your opinion about documentation. It will help our technical writers to define what should be under their radars.
Who asked for that questionnaire?
I'm asking.
You asking because you asked for some resources to write technical writers, right?
And I geolocated 2 technical writers for us, and they shared with me this questionnaire.
Okay, so they asked for it.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on to question and answer then. Should we go through the our Jira ticket, sorry, not Jira ticket, our board and see if we have anything?
We can. I think we need to also update some tickets, but we can do that offline.
Okay. I got it. I don't think we have any issues here. Before. Refactor identity platform component to use registered component Prism data. Okay, this is.
So I think there is nothing new.
Mm-hmm. Is it anything on SDK TF? Should I look separately or like what?
On the SDKTS, I think we have those one to close it. And
SDKTS. What I'm doing. Go here. Unable to build 2 weeks ago. So, okay, this is also old, yeah.
so those ones are, the first one is the one that we were talking about at the beginning of this call. So I think we can close that one.
We can close this.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is solved.
Maybe I don't know if you want to make comment and close.
I can try to make some comments at the end.
Yeah, before closing. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Okay, I will assign to you then.
Okay.
Okay, I think if there is nothing, we have released mediator already, right?
Yes, but Javi had the new feature in the mediators to support the URIs.
Hey guys, sorry, I'm late.
Yeah, that solves the problem of timeouts from his side. So he had a net new feature to the mediator, and we need to release a new version with that feature. We should release a new version with that feature.
Yep,
Okay.
correct.
Yeah.
So who is working on that? But it's already worked. We just need to release.
Javi already did it.
Okay.
We just need to release it.
It should be on mediator, right?
Yes.
Yes. Javi, I don't know if you heard, but Yuri already moved the repository, so we need to fix the workshop with the links and QR code.
Okay.
Yeah, we can talk after.
Are you sure though that the redirects won't work?
No, because he created a new one on with the name .github, because that is a special name, special repository.
But I think that I'm pointing to Identus. But anyway, let's see.
Okay.
Okay, so we do need to do a release for mediator, right?
Ideally, yes. Like as soon as we get this out, I think on my PR, I did not add documentation maybe. But this definitely fixes the problem.
Okay, good. I don't know if anyone has anything.
Not much on TS. Yeah, there's a lot of work.
On TS?
Yeah, I created another PR. To improve the docs. You can open it here. And I'm not sure if I pasted pictures here, if not in the link that is referenced. Yes. You can see the change in structure. So if you compare it to the current menu that the SDK has, it is not like organized in the right structure. And this menu right now represents what is currently exported by the SDK. And also I have adjusted the quick start and some tutorials to appear at the beginning, as you see there.
Okay. Cool.
So there's that. And the rest is looking good, to be honest.
Okay. So there is nothing on SDKTS. We already talked about other issues. So I don't know if there is nothing. Yeah.
I just wanted to announce that Alan is working on the improvement of the release process in SDKTS, and it would be nice if Javi discuss the improvement with Alan.
Do you want to discuss now, or like you mean to say offline?
They can do this offline, I guess.
Okay.
But I just want Javi to be involved into this improvement.
Makes sense. Okay, I don't know, like if anyone has anything else.
No, can you maybe open projects and we can see?
Do you want to show the workshop and get some feedback, Harry?
Not now.
Okay.
Like if we leak it already so badly. Just on the top, Shailesh. On the top and go to projects.
Which projects you mean? This?
Yes. And then maybe go to the things that are done that I've recently done. On the right. Yeah, maybe it's not ordered. But yeah, I did a bunch of improvements on the create out of band invitation and on the create out of band presentation. And I know that both are working, so that's good. And now the SDK, probably we should like stop adding features to it. Just make regular maintenance, upgrade Apollo and all these kind of things. But for the rest, I think this is kind of feature complete. Like we still need to test a lot, and especially cross-platform with Gonzalo and all that. But TS with TS speaks very, very nicely.
Roberto, you have to say something.
Yep. Question for Javi. Now he's here. So remember, Javi, that we were talking about. There's an issue that we were talking about when the wallet gets a stale communication with the mediator, and it's the not enrolled problem. And we had like a small discussion in the issue. I don't know, Shalish, if you can see that issue in the
Is it in TS?
TS SDK issues, yeah.
Okay.
But so I just wanted to talk a little bit about that.
I mean,
because
what I said is doable, right? Is we create. I mean, we need to agree if this is something that we should do by default.
Right. And I agree that it's low priority, but I would like to kind of align, or at least like know
It's very
we
easy.
can align on a solution. Because really what needs to happen is right now there's no way to clear the mediators out of the wallet without like starting from scratch. That's, I think, the main problem. Because if we add that method to just, clear mediators, and then say you are responsible to restarting the mediation, cool, that's fine. But right now, there's not even a way to just clear the mediators and like burden the developer into restarting the mediation. So, or we can go all the way and kind of, if we get this error, automatically trigger the reset mediation from the SDK, and the developer has nothing to do. Like basically it's taken care of. Both are good. I think even starting by just adding a way to clear the mediators alone is the first step either way, because that's needed for either the automated solution or for a
I'm
developer
sure,
to implement.
I'm sure that's
But
possible.
yeah,
That's possible today. I mean,
no, it's I tried. Like the way I did it is when we get the JWE to recover the wallet and put it back into the agent, that's the only step that you get like a JSON sort of payload that you can manipulate. And then there I clear the mediators and pass it to the agent and kind of start the whole mediation again.
okay,
But if the agent is running, you cannot do it.
it is a little bit complex, though, but it can be done. It can be done.
So yeah, I guess I mean I can attempt it, but yeah, I would like to, you know, ping pong with you if the solution is correct, because you have more insight of how internally works.
Yeah.
And just naively just cleaning up the mediator and starting restarting the mediation might not be enough, right? Or might break something else. So yeah, so that's all that I want to mention this week. It's just like that particular problem right now. The only way to do it for me is just wiping the whole thing, or the custom hack that I did, which is like just before I restore the wallet, I manually just unset the mediators from that payload, and then the agent kind of restarts. But if the agent is running, there's no mechanism for us to just clear the mediators and start our mediation again, trigger that. So that would be good to have.
If you are, yeah, one thing that you could do is just remove them from the database. That's a little bit too much, but yeah, I think
Which database from? Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, that's okay. So that's one problem. Well, it depends on your storage.
exactly.
Right, I use in memory because we restore from an encrypted backup. But I understand, like, yes, if we're gonna attempt a real solution, it has to
Like
also
that's what it would do internally, or either
right.
overwrite it or update it. And I think
Yeah, but
Pluto doesn't have any method to do that.
the thing that I'm afraid of is if the agent is running, basically always expects that the mediator is taken care of. There's no status. I think there's no like check that if the mediator is available or not at the moment that is in the state is running. So if we're gonna clean that up, has to stop the agent, clean it up, and restart it. Like it has to do that. It cannot. It will not. It will be harder, or will introduce bugs if we just do it like live, like wiping the mediators while the thing is running. Right. So yeah, but then I mean, just I think it's possible. I think it's not a very complex issue, and it will fix that bug. I will attempt a solution, send a PR, maybe you take a look and add your
I mean,
perspective, because
probably if we want to do it structurally better, there's other ways to achieve that, like removing it from the database would require you also to stop the agent, restart, and all that, right? Which maybe doesn't make sense. But there's potentially other ways to deal with that.
Yep. Well, if you can think of them and just put it on that ticket and that thread, I think it's something that I can, try to create a PR for, and it's something that we need. So I'm eager to kind of try to help with that, but I don't have enough insight of how, if that will break other things, and it's just like very crucial part. So I'm being cautious.
Yeah. Take a look maybe at connections manager. And also take a look at the start mediator task.
Yeah, and
play around
before
that.
before there were more methods that were exposed, and now it's like more bootstrapped and more automated, but
Yeah.
also less flexible in that sense where, oh, I cannot just do this particular thing. But we can always add, this method. But I think just cleaning up the mediator is not enough. Like it has to go and stop, clean, and restart.
Actually,
Because
on connections manager, you can grab an existing connection with a mediator and remove it.
okay. That might.
I see, but it's
So will that trigger? So if we remove the connection and then the agent is running, what happens? I think that's what we need to test. But that is a very good, I think, solution. Like if the connection manager supports removing a particular connection, well, the thing is, I do not want to wipe all connections, just the one to the mediator, because you may have other connections peer-to-peer to other wallets. It has to be, I need to be able to know or pinpoint which one is the mediator one to remove it, and then figure what happens to when the agent is running if I do that.
Mhm.
Right? And then restart mediation. I think it's fun. Okay, I'll take a look there.
No, I think
that's
I think I'm
flexible.
wrong. I think I'm wrong.
Okay. Well,
You can add mediators and connections, but it is purely connections, not a mediator.
right. Yeah, the mediator is a special connection that happens in a part of the code when you bootstrap the agent.
Then in the remove method of the connection manager, I see that it's removing it, but it's removing it from the array, which doesn't mean that it's being stored anywhere or applying anywhere else.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it's not a complete solution, I guess. This would be part of, like, you would call the remove method and then do something else.
Yeah. I think we need like a special method like reset mediation, restart mediation, and that will take care of all the required steps to actually do it properly.
Yeah, and the point,
That's the right solution.
but the point is, do we want to do that or trigger that behavior automatically?
Could be an option. Could be an option that we pass to the agent that, automatically restart mediation, and then we documented that it will do that, or you can just trigger manually control that manually. If you
And
like.
also, we need to prevent it from looping like that. Like there's no mediation.
Right.
Okay, try to restart it, right? So we need to think it properly. So in case it fails twice, like stop completely the whole thing, because you could end up trying to restart the mediator again and again.
Right.
Just thinking out.
And okay, and my other concern is parity with Swift and the other platforms. So if I want to contribute something here, how do we deal with, oh, this is now different from what's on the others? So is there like how do you guys do it basically? Is there like everyone agrees, okay, this is how we're gonna do it, and then everyone implements their own thing? Or
I'm not sure what. Now I'm getting lost.
no, so say we add this for the TS SDK, that not necessarily adds the same feature for Swift SDK.
Well, in the past months, the TypeScript SDK gained a little bit of advantage. We know the reasons, right? But I would say at some point it would be maybe worth to be able to do it on their side too, at least for like case by case, right? Maybe being able to reset mediator is something that Gonzalo expected on the Swift SDK. I'm not sure about that.
All right.
Maybe you can do it on Swift already. We need to double check that.
Yeah, okay. Yep, I'll double check what's his approach and see if we can get parity on the SDKs.
Yep.
Cool. That's all. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. If nothing else, then maybe we can end the meeting.
Hold on. I think I invited or recommended somebody to join,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I'm not sure
Yeah,
if
I haven't. Sorry, I had a quick question. I had spoke with Javier yesterday. Actually, I don't know if it's a quick question. I was kind of just confused on like understanding how like the Prism did resolver works and like the details of that and how you would set up like a resolver endpoint. And I was just hoping someone could explain that.
okay. So the reason why you need this resolver endpoint, it can be any endpoint that you host, or you can use one of the public ones, is because you need some kind of access to the blockchain
Mm-hmm.
to resolve the keys.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you are verifying a credential, you get the issuer deed and you resolve it to get the keys of that deed and then check the signature is valid.
Okay. So it's just using Castor for that?
It is using Castor for that and probably a custom resolver that you would need to add,
Okay.
which is not bundled by default.
Okay.
So, sorry, you were trying to resolve shorted on TSSDK?
Yes.
I was just trying to understand like kind of how it works. Like I'm
Okay.
still relatively new to kind of like learning Identus, and so I was just kind of wondering how it works.
Yeah.
That makes
So by default, the TSSDK only resolves long dits. I don't know if you know the difference between them.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so right, so the long form has everything, has the document in there, so it's all in there basically. So Castor by default knows how to do that, and I recently had to resolve a short dit from the TSSDK. There's a piece of code, an example piece of code in the repo that has one implementation of resolving a short dit that Javi did, and I use that as a base. And basically what I did is just I called the Cloud Agent directly with a REST API call to the Cloud Agent asking for the dit using the short form, and the Cloud Agent responds with the long form, and then it parses that long form into what the SDK needs to understand, like it properly package resolve dit. And that's it. And then what Castor does is it's like every time it needs to resolve, it goes through the list of resolvers, and if it's a match, it will attempt to resolve it and give the result back to you. So you basically listen to those events and wait for get a result back or an error from resolving, right? And you can either ignore the error because it might be a different kind of date that it's not a present date or whatever. But this is flexible, so you can add as many resolvers as you need. And yeah, it's on the repo, so you can look for that
Robert,
implementation.
hold on a
It's a
second.
good, yep.
There is something that, remember when we spoke recently about maybe if we had providers to manage all this in React, then I
Yeah.
think Aaron is already using these providers, and I think in his case, the only thing that he needs is before starting the agent, make sure that he has set up the resolver URL,
So yeah,
and then
yeah. I mean,
it just creates the universal resolver thing for you. You don't
Okay.
need to do anything.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Thank you very much. That clears a little bit up.
Like it's really amazing how, like, over time using the SDK has been complicated, obviously because of the nature of what we are building, right? But then
Yeah.
on the last package that we created for the community, I think we kind of solved all these problems, at least for React-based developers, which is the vast majority of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm really happy that maybe now starting the agent is like 8 lines of code versus I don't know how many we had at the beginning.
There's a whole
Yeah.
component that does that. Yeah.
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 So it's looking great. Take a look, guys, when you get some time.
Yep.
And yeah,
Alright.
that's it.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you for joining, by the way.
Welcome, Aaron.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you have any questions more about it, you can just ask on Discord.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Cool. Anything else heavy or we are done?
Not anything else.
Okay, then.
Excellent.
Okay, then. Thank you everyone for joining, and
Thank you,
we
guys.
meet next week again.
Thank you.
Cool.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Mm.